What's up, guys? Welcome to Cage Chat Connor. I am Connor. Today's video is going to be my post show for UFC on ABC 9, UFC Whittaker versus De Ridder, or that just went down in Abu Dhabi this past Saturday. Before we get into the video, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, Peter Yan will lose his next fight, and that'll be on you because you didn't hit the subscribe button. You want that on your conscience? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I think you want Peter Yan to win his next fight. I think you're a Peter Yan fan. So go ahead, click that subscribe button, and Peter Yan will win his next fight. But if you don't, on you. Get into the video then, guys. First up, then, of course, your main event was Robert Whittaker versus Reiner De Ridder. Reiner De Ridder defeated Robert Whittaker via a split decision. Close fight here, guys. I could see an argument for Rob. I did actually give it to De Ridder. I think De Ridder won rounds 2. He won 2 very clearly. I thought he won 4 and then 5 as well. 5 was the closest one, I think. Man, if Whittaker just had a little bit more left in the tank in that 5th round, I feel like he could have put it on De Ridder a little bit and really swayed one other judge to give him that 5th round. And that was really his only problem, right? De Ridder, very impressive game plan here. I mean, kind of had the similar game plan he had with Bo Nickel. He's just such a big middleweight that he's kind of able to put the pressure on due to his size, and he just adds up with these little pitter-patter punches, little kicks. He kind of mixes it up very well, and then when he gets you against the cage, he just hits you a little bit in the body, hits you in the head a little bit, and it's kind of like guys get lost a little bit with his game plan when they get stuck against his pressure. And he proved that he's very durable, right? I mean, that huge right hand Robert Whittaker landed in the 3rd round, he bounced back from that, and he came back and he won the next 2 rounds right after that. So very impressed with De Ridder here. Didn't think he was going to have this in him when he joined the UFC, I gotta be honest. So next for him, what do we do here? I don't think he's going to get the title shot next. I wouldn't be mad if he did get the title shot against the winner of DDP, Khamzat Chimaev, but I don't think he gets it next. I think he's 1 fight out, probably at most. I mean, at most 2, I guess. Something would have to go wrong for him to have to fight 2 more times and win, obviously, to get the next title shot. But I think he's 1 more out, especially due to the fact that Nasruddin Imavov and Kyle Baralho are fighting at the main event of the Paris card in September. And I kind of feel like the winner of that will be the clear #1 contender for the next shot at the middleweight belt against the winner of Khamzat Chimaev and DDP. So I feel like Reiner De Ridder here is going to need to fight 1 more time. So I'm going to suggest he fights the winner of Anthony Hernandez and Roman Dolidze, which goes down, I believe, next week already. So that it's a headline and Apex card on the 9th, I want to say, on August 9th. So not far out from that one at all. And I feel like, especially if Anthony Hernandez wins here, that'll be 2 very impressive middleweights that both could argue for a title shot. I guess Hernandez would be a little bit farther out than De Ridder still, but still, they would definitely be 2 rising prospects that you would like to see get matched up to fight for a chance to get that title shot. If Dolidze wins, yeah, less excited about De Ridder versus Dolidze for sure, but you could still also just do that one. And De Ridder said he wants to stay busy, he wants to get 1 more in this year, so I think this would be the only logical fight for him to get next, would be the winner of this fight. And hopefully it's Anthony Hernandez, because De Ridder versus Anthony Hernandez sounds fun as fuck. Robert Whittaker, then, on the other hand, you gotta feel bad for Rob here, right? It's such a close fight. Was 1 judge's scorecard away from winning the fight. It's really going to be a question of, to him of what does he want to do here? You know, do you want to be the guy that's just fighting off young up and comers here again and again in the hopes that you can eventually get another title shot? Do you want to be a kind of guy that has some legacy fights now? Do you only want to fight big names for the rest of your career here? Because there's not too many fights left for Robert Whittaker, I'd imagine, in his career. I mean, we're certainly in the back half of his career. We're probably, I don't know, how many fights do you guys think Robert Whittaker has left? 5 maybe at most. I don't see Robert Whittaker being one of those guys that stays way past his prime. For him, if he's going to stick around middleweight and we're going to go back and we're going to try to get another title shot, which I think he could, I don't think that's that unreasonable to think of, considering his name and how close the fight was with the Ridder. I'm going to suggest Whittaker versus Brendan Allen, who have never fought before, and I think that'd be a sick fight. Brendan Allen coming off that win against Martin Vittori from the Louisiana pay-per-view back in July, and then Whittaker, of course, coming off that loss to the Ritter now. So yeah, I think this fight makes sense. Brendan Allen ranked like number 9 in the UFC rankings. Whittaker would still be pretty highly ranked. I mean, he'll probably drop down to like 6 or whatever now, but still, I think it's a fight that makes sense and a fight that would get both of them excited, especially Brendan Allen, considering he'd get the name Robert Whittaker possibly on his resume. On your co-main event, then Peter Yan defeated Marcus McGee via unanimous decision. Good fight here, rounds 1 and 2 in particular. Marcus McGee actually really impressed me with his kickboxing. I thought he looked good on the feet. I didn't give him many rounds against Yan, but I still standing in there and having a kickboxing match with Yan, and you're coming away with some close rounds. It's something to hold your head up high about, I think, for Marcus McGee. So I don't necessarily think he shoots too far back, Marcus McGee in particular. I don't think you send them just and give him someone outside of the rankings next. I think you can give him another name here, and people will probably be excited. I was a little disappointed with Yan, I'm not gonna lie, in that 3rd round when he kind of just held McGee up against the cage to secure the win. I get it, you got to secure the win, especially in these 3-round fights. Peter Yan should never be fighting in 3-round fights, in my opinion. But yeah, a little lackluster ending there for Peter Yan in this fight. I would have liked to see them stand and bang, of course, but we didn't get that. He had to secure the win, and I get it. So for Peter Yan next, I'm going to suggest the one I think we all want, Peter Yan versus Sean O'Malley 2. Now's the time to make it. Sean O'Malley, of course, coming off the loss to Merab from back in June. Peter Yan on a good 3-fight win streak now, so yeah, now's the time to make this fight. I mean, they're both available. Sounds like Umar Nurmagomedov is fighting Mario Batista. Of course, we know Merab is fighting Corey Sandhagen. So these two are the two that are left, and I would like to see this get scheduled. Do the rematch later this year. Maybe even put it on that Abu Dhabi card in October, that pay-per-view, which I believe is where they actually fought for the first time, on the Abu Dhabi October pay-per-view. So makes sense. Do the rematch there. Do it again. Run it back. It was a fun fight the first time, so why not? I think everyone would be very excited for that. Next fight then, Charles defeated Marc-Andre Bollier via unanimous decision. This is a very fun fight. This is definitely the most impressed I've been with Charles throughout his UFC career, at least. Very exciting fight. He was kind of really able to show off his flashy striking against Marc-Andre. And except for that 2nd round when he got his nose broke, that was a brutal right hook by Marc-Andre. And yeah, Charles showed he's durable, showed he's flashy on the feet, and looked good doing it. So for Charles next, you could go a lot of different ways with him. I don't know if you just throw him straight to the Sharks here with the rankings again. I guess Michael Venom Page wasn't ranked when they first fought, so it's not like he's ever actually fought anyone in the rankings. I don't know what you want to do here. You don't want to really give him a grappler either, you know? Like, I was thinking, like, do you want to do Charles versus Bo Nickel? No, not really. It doesn't really seem like the proper time to do that fight. So I'm going to suggest Charles versus Cesar Almeida. Cesar Almeida, the kickboxing, former professional kickboxer, has multiple fights with Alex Pereira, actually. Has a win over him, a decision win in kickboxing. And Cesar Almeida on a 2-fight win streak now in the UFC. And I think this would just be a fun kickboxing match that you could throw on that Abu Dhabi card as well in October. Of course, Charles only fights in Abu Dhabi or Saudi Arabia. So yeah, why not throw this one on there? Be a fun fight. I think people would look forward to this. Be a striking affair, of course. And that's kind of just what we want to see Charles in anyway. So why not? Here's a good nasty kick by Cesar Almeida, by the way, just to show off a little bit of his kickboxing skills. Like I said, I think that'd be a fascinating fight on the feet. The striker's affair. I think we'd all have a good time watching that one. Next fight then, Asu Amabayev defeated Jose Ochoa via unanimous decision. Asu Amabayev, of course, had that loss to Manel Kape, where it ended up being a weird main event situation because the main event got pulled at the last second. He main evented against Manel Kape at the Apex. He lost that one, but he bounces back here, gets a nice win. Kind of squeezed out a couple rounds with the grappling, and I was actually pretty impressed with Jose Ochoa. I thought he looked pretty decent for a 25-year-old. in this fight, and definitely not someone to just throw away now. I think Jose Ochoa can grow and learn from this experience against Asu, and hopefully he does just that. For Asu Amabayev next, I'm going to suggest that he fights whoever the hell pulled out this weekend, because so as of the time I'm recording this, the main event for next week's Apex card is Tatir Taira versus Amir Albazi. And apparently one of those two is out of the fight, and so they need someone to fill in here. I'm gonna suggest Su Amabayev. Why not? Just fly his little ass over to the fucking warehouse in Vegas. Have him fight one of those guys. I don't know if he'd actually be down for this, but I think it would kind of actually make sense. He didn't take too much damage in this fight. And I think, you know, he's obviously a ranked guy. I think he's ranked currently in the UFC rankings at number 9 at flyweight, and I think this would actually make a lot of sense for him. Get him some popularity with the fans, get him in the good graces of the UFC. I think this does nothing but good things in his career. Obviously, only if he wins. So whoever pulled out this weekend's card, currently no rumors or speculation on what the main event is actually going to end up being. If that fight's just going to get scrapped altogether, or if one of those two, Tatir Taira or Amir Albazi, is still down to fight someone this weekend. So yeah, do Asu, throw him in there. Why not? Get over there, Asu. Go to that warehouse. Next fight then, Bogdan Guskov, I won't pronounce that correctly, defeated Nikita Krylov via TKO round 1. Yeah, Krylov is washed. I was totally wrong in my pre-fight show for this for UFC on ABC 9. I thought Krylov still had some gas in the tank. I thought he just got caught against Dominic Reyes. Nope, doesn't appear so. Krylov is pretty washed at this point, and that's a damn shame. But we do got Bogdan Guskov now, who is a pretty exciting fighter at this light heavyweight division. Nasty right hand by Guskov. I mean, he really just put him out, and then it got to the ground, and then he kind of just flattened out Krylov, and Krylov was done. So, yeah, it's a shame because I really like Nikita Krylov, and I was hoping to see him rise up in the ranks here. I think there's a lot of openings in this UFC division, UFC light heavyweight division, for him to do something, but Guskov will now take that from him. For Bogdan Guskov now, I'm going to suggest Jan Blachowicz. Jan Blachowicz, of course, coming off the loss to Carlos Ulberg from earlier this year, back at that London card. I think this makes a lot of sense if Blachowicz wants to keep fighting. He is aging now. I believe he's 41, 42 now, right in that age range, so I think if he wants to keep fighting, he's going to have to fight guys like Guskov, and it would be an exciting one. You could headline an Apex card with that. You could throw it on a pay-per-view. You could do a lot with that fight. Here's a look at the rest of the prelims, how those went. Bryce Mitchell got shot home out. He got a decision win over Zaid Nurmagomedov. I was definitely picking Zaid before that one, so good on Bryce Mitchell. He looked okay for his bantamweight debut. I don't know if you necessarily give him someone to rank next or what, but we'll see what the UFC does there. David Grant, big win over Blackshear. He looked impressive in that fight. Lost the first round, came back, won the 2 and 3. Tabitha Ricci got shot higher out. She looked very good in a TKO win over Amanda Rivas. What do we want to do for the ranking of this fight then, guys? I think we'll go with... I think it was the worst card out of the 4 that I've reviewed thus far, the 4 that I've been doing this for. So I'm going to go with a solid 6.6 for UFC on ABC 9. It's a good card, some good highlights. Ronnie Day Ritter obviously showing up and showing out here. Some good fights on the main card, excuse me, and some good prelims sprinkled in throughout the whole time as well. Yeah, so I think a solid 6.6 for UFC and ABC 9. That's what we'll go with. And I will see you on the pre-fight video for next week's awesome Apex card, in which we don't even know what the main event is yet. So we'll see you then, guys. Bye-bye.